Mentre stavamo uscendo dalla crisi pandemica, la leadership alfa ha precipitato l'Europa e il mondo in un'altra crisi che distrugge vite, risorse e valore. La guerra dopo l'isolamento sociale ricostruisce quelle barriere che la globalizzazione intendeva abbattere. Ma dove finisce una comunità e dove ne inizia un'altra? Mi trovo ad Unito, in provincia di Trieste, dove ha sede in Italia uno dei
United World College.
Il Collegio del Mondo Unito. The UWC è un movimento, un'istituzione globale che rende l'educazione una forza per unire nazioni, culture e popoli per la pace e per il futuro sostenibile. In questo collegio studentesse e studenti provenienti da tutto il mondo vivono insieme 2 anni di scuola. La 4ª edizione di Global Inclusion 2022 inizia da qui. Accanto a me Khalid El Metal, rettore di United World College Adriatic. Headmaster, hello.
Hello.
What is the core of the United World College experience?
Well, in my view, the core of the experience really is very much rooted in our mission. It's a mission that is shared by the 18 colleges within the movement. And its core belief is the fact that education is a power, it's a force that we can use and mobilize in order to transform the way people think, the way people behave, and the way people see the world. And the goal of that transformation is for a peaceful and sustainable future, which I think is something that most people on Earth would want. If we think about where we are located, this is a very apt setting, really, in terms of where to locate a college that has that type of mission, because this region has seen a lot of bloodshed. It has seen a lot of complexity, both cultural and political. And so when the college was established back in 1982, we were actually only 2 kilometers away from the Iron Curtain. And that has significance. So I think in many ways the college is here to act both as a symbol of optimism and hope, and it's not hope that is groundless, it's hope that is very much based on using education as a force to change society.
How do you help concretely your students to become citizens of the world?
Well, if we think about the makeup of United World College of the Adriatic, we have over 80 nations represented within our community. And I'm just simply talking about the students. We also have number of nations represented amongst the teaching and non-teaching staff. And so that creates the diverse community that really is a wonderful setting for developing things like emotional intelligence, cultural intelligence, the ability to appreciate complexity, and also to do right by others regardless of where they come from or what belief systems they hold. So I think that's a fundamental aspect of feeling and being a citizen of the world. The other aspect, which I think is also important and worth mentioning, is the responsibility, the collective responsibility that we have to preserve the planet. And this is something that our students, when they come here, they very much feel that this is a common space that they share. And we teach them that, again, it doesn't matter where they came from, the challenges that are facing our planet today is everybody's responsibility. And we begin to teach them how they can relate to that in a concrete way and how they can play an active role in, again, the goal of achieving peace and a sustainable future. So both the element of a diverse community and how to live within a diverse community exists in real terms here, as well as that collective responsibility that the planet is something that is ours to look after, and it cannot be done by looking at it from one country's perspective or another. This is a shared responsibility.
E attraverso il servizio che vi mostriamo adesso andiamo a scoprire l'impatto che questa esperienza ha nella vita degli studenti e delle studentesse del collegio.
Something I learned about culture is that people come to UWC expecting to perfectly represent their country or perfectly represent the culture that they're from. But what I've learned about culture is that you're shaped by your background and you're shaped by the culture that you identify with, but that's what you bring. It's not what a Filipino should be, what a Mexican should be, what a Canadian should be, but it's the way that your Filipino background shapes you and becomes the person that you bring to the college.
So I think global inclusion for me is mainly about respect, about providing the space for others to be whatever they want, whoever they want, and however they want. It's about knowing and accepting this, about making everyone feel seen, everyone feel heard, about not neglecting the others, and about not feeling that one is superior than the other, and just making sure that everyone feels equal and everyone feels like they want to be here and that they're welcomed at every time and every place.
The reason I decided to come to UWC was that I genuinely wanted to explore the world in a different perspective, because back home it's the same people and the same cultures, which is beautiful, but UWC has given me the opportunity to have friends from all over the world.
Al Collegio del Mondo Unito dell'Adriatico quest'anno abbiamo 173 ragazze e ragazzi che provengono da 81 paesi. Per accedere alla nostra scuola si fa una semplice selezione per merito e questa poi garantisce nella misura dell'80% a borse di studio per frequentare la nostra scuola. All'interno del Collegio del Mondo Unito non solo la popolazione studentesca è estremamente variegata, ma anche il corpo docenti è internazionale.
When we talk about inclusion and diversity and equity nowadays, we usually refer to racial inclusion and to gender inclusion. That's sort of the main focus that is always talked about, but to me it means actually more. I mean, you know, you have people from all parts of life. I mean, you have different religious beliefs, you have different sexual orientations, you have different language abilities, you have different physical abilities, you have different disabilities, you have people from very different social backgrounds. Inclusion goes beyond, beyond racial inclusion and gender inclusion. And as your Italian countryman Piero Calamandrei stated in his speech in 1955 when he was talking to students, he mentioned that before the law, all citizens are equal. What it means to me is that we should ask ourselves frequently or every day to what extent we really practice that in our own lives and how we interact with other people.
What I learned in UWC Adriatic College is the importance of a critical approach and critical thinking. Apart from that, how diversity of cultures, identities, and different opinions is really important. Different perspectives is what drives this college, and this diversity is what is really important for us as students in UWC Adriatic. What I learned as well is, apart from academics, is the service. Service to the community where we live, and service to the people and the students that are in our college.
The main thing we're doing in the Sex Council is trying to open up the discussion regarding sex, gender, sexual orientation, and having a safe space for everyone to feel comfortable in and to share different experiences, since we come from very different backgrounds. As well as we've opened up the discussion of possibly having a non-binary residence and adopting a reproductive health policy in our school.
Political council is really important as an institution here, as it allows people to really feel comfortable and discuss issues both going at home and abroad. And particularly as it comes to human rights, we allow people to really feel comfortable and really empowered to voice their opinions free from oppression or from the anxiety of family members or political oppression of that sort. So it's really important as an institution to ensure to engage and to make the community feel really active.
While the clouds roll back and the stars fill the night, that's when I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home.
Ho scelto di vivere questa esperienza per le storie che avrebbe portato con sé, di persone con cui vivo, mangio e dormo. Ad esempio l'anno scorso la mia compagna di stanza era bosniaca, quest'anno invece viene dal Canada e quindi è una ricchezza di una diversità veramente unica e straordinaria.
La ruota della crescita gira se superiamo il nazionalismo e pensiamo ad un mondo unito. Global Inclusion 2022 è iniziata da qui. Ready, steady, go!